Good morning, everyone. It's Rose Coleman coming to you live from my craft room here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. It is Tuesday, June 24th. Boy, oh boy, this June is just flying by. I can't believe we're in the last full week of June. I am having so much fun playing with all of the products from the BOGO sale. Buy one, get one half price. Stamping up as a sale right now on sweets. S-U-I-T-E-S, sweets, those kind of sweets. So you can get yourself a S-W-E-E-T sweet deal by getting your second item equal or lesser value half price. You can choose a full bundle, a full suite. They've never done that before. Not that I can ever recall in the history of being a demonstrator. Have they given us this opportunity? Hi, Rebecca. Hello, hello. How's everyone doing this morning? Is it beautiful in your neck of the woods? It is gorgeous here. We have a beautiful sunny day. A little bit of fog this morning, but it seems to have blown off. And we got some rain yesterday, which is always, always welcome. So I have a fun card for you today, using all of the products from this amazing suite. This suite is very, you know what, is very versatile. You're going to be able to send cards to someone just to say that you're missing them. This is near and dear to my heart because my family and my husband's family are clear across the country in Newfoundland and in Nova Scotia. So I love to send cards to say, I'm missing you, thinking of you, those types of things, right? So everything in this set just speaks to my heart. I'm also a scrapbooker, so I'm going to be using this one for scrapbook pages, and I'm just coming back from an epic trip with my two amazing sisters, and I've got so many photos to scrapbook. I cannot wait to dive into that album, and I'm going to definitely be using this on the go suite for that because we traveled to Las Vegas. And it was a quick trip for my sister, Barb and I, but my other sister, Melissa, as I was telling you yesterday, she got delayed, then missed connections, and it was a crazy trip for her. It took her 48 hours to get across from Las Vegas to St. John's, Newfoundland, but I'm super happy to say she got there last night, and her puppy Stella was ecstatic to see her. So she's super excited to be home. I'm sure she's very tired from that long trip. But thank you for all the well wishes for her yesterday. It worked because she's home safe and sound. Okay, now let's flip the camera. I'm going to put my coffee down. We're going to get started. Tuesday's a busy day for me around here. I always talk about my Tuesday. I do team updates on Tuesdays, usually around 1 p.m. I have my training with Rhonda Wade at 11 on the Zoom call. I never miss that because she teaches us things that help me to grow my business and help me to be a good leader. Hopefully I'm a good leader. So that is something I invest time and energy into learning from her. And this is my team right here, the Inksighted Canadians. This is my team logo. We have a beautiful, beautiful community, and I love them all so much. And, you know, the more I learn, and the more that I can share with them. And I've been in conversation with some of my people on my team who are ready to grow their business and to do classes. So I love that. It's super exciting to me to inspire other people to do what they want to do with this opportunity, right? Hi, Marie. Good morning from steamy on Montreal. More than 40 degrees. Wow. I know how hot that is. We had the day that we went kayaking on Lake Mead, we had 43 degrees in that kayak. It was hot. But you know what? If you take your hand and put it down in the water, it was super cold because the water is from the Colorado River. And so we could easily cool off by splashing water on our faces. That was a super hot day, crazy hot day. We drank lots of water and we were covered up with sunscreen and also hats and shields that covered our ears and arms. And it was, because we were prepared, we had a good day. So stay cool, my friends, stay cool. Technique card class is on Thursday, TJ. I will be doing the YouTube live Thursday morning at 10:30 a.m. Mountain Time is when I do the YouTube live. Okay. Alrighty. So let's see here, and I will post in the group about a Zoom time to see if you guys can make it. I have a crazy week coming back from my vacation. There's a few things I missed last week, so I'm trying to catch up and get back on track, but I'll get there. I will get there one step at a time. Alrighty, let's get started. Good morning to everyone. Thank you so much, Brenda. I shared my trip photos. I was just so happy. That trip made my heart sing with joy. Thank you, Shirley. Yes, she's home safe and sound. Thank you so much. All right. Oh, thanks, Joy, for your kind words. I appreciate that so much. Okay, I will now flip my camera, point you down at my work surface, and let's get going on this fun card today using the On The Go suite. Here we go. I'm flipping my camera. We got blue sky in the backyard today, and we got lots and lots of stuff on my desk today. Check it out. The Tags to Go dies. We are going to play with those today. We are going to bring in, let me move my ruler and my stuff and get it all situated here so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, I need my trimmer. And we're going to bring in the stamp set. So this is the bundle. And if you missed all of the parts of this entire suite, go back to yesterday's video. I showed all of the products. You're going to want them all. And the suite code is 165583 here at the top of my screen. That is the code. And it is, I believe it's 10175. You're in Canada. Yes, 10175. Here it is right here. So 165583, 10175. You get everything you see on this sheet. You get the twine, the stamps, the dies, the little suitcase treat boxes. So adorable. You get the puffy stickers, the 12 by 12 DSP, and the stamps. You want to get all of it because it coordinates, just like always, right? With Stampin' Up! Products, we want the coordination of products. Okay, so today I'm bringing in basic black, and we're going to cut this on the long side at 4 1/4. So we're cutting it in half at 4 1/4. So as always, you can get, when we cut our cardstock in half, you can get 2 out of the sheet, which is my favorite way to cut my cardstock. But sometimes I do different folds that use bigger pieces. But today we're going to cut 4 1/4 down on the long side. Then we're going to turn it. I'm going to extend out my arm of my paper trimmer, and we're going to cut this at 7 3/4 right over here. All right, so 7 3/4. Hold on to this piece. We're going to use it. And then we're going to pull this back, and we're going to score at 5 1/2 inches. So I'm using my light gray scoring tool here, scoring attachment on my machine. Well, I guess it is a kind of a machine on my trimmer. So we're doing a little fold like that to give a flap on the left-hand side of the card. Now this piece here, we're going to use this, right? This is the piece I trimmed off. We're going to turn it. I love this fold. This is a really fun, easy, fun fold. Okay, so we've got that. That's the structure, basic structure of the card. We're going to need some designer series paper. So I'm pulling in, which pattern am I pulling in? There's so many beautiful patterns. I'm going to use this pattern today. I love Strawberry Slush, and it's back. And we're going to use a little piece of this that measures 2 inches by 4 inches. So let's just bring this into the trimmer. So 2 inches. We're going to turn it and 4 inches. Okay. So this is the piece that I'm going to put on that side flap. While I've got my trimmer out, I want to show you what else we're going to be using. We're going to use another piece of the designer series paper. This one here has the, let me turn it the right side up, has the little directional sign. It has the globe, a map, a camera, all the fun stuff for travel, right? Or thinking of you, or, we're going to pull all this together and make a fun card. So this one here, we just need 2 pieces that measure 1 inch. So I'm just putting this into my trimmer, holding it with my left hand. I'm using the increments on the right hand side of the cutting track. So 1 inch, okay. And then we're going to use, we're going to need a 4-inch piece. So I love that because we're going to get 3 of those out of this strip. So there's 1, 2, And then I've got another one left over for another card. Okay, so we've got 2 of those pieces. With this one features the cameras, but depending on where you cut your DSP, you're going to get different things show up, right? So my next 1-inch strip that I'm going to cut, I'm going to get the little signs, the little directional signs. So you can totally, if you have this paper at home, you can decide what parts you want to feature. Okay, so let's see. We're going to let's bring in the card base, and let's get our bone folder, and we're going to score on the score line. Make that nice and crisp so that it sits flat. And then we're going to put this DSP right here. Okay. And let's grab my glue, get that flowing. Okay, so here we go. We're going to just come around here and put a little bit of glue on this DSP. Okay, so this is going to sit right here. Make sure your little directional, they look like pings. Pings or pins. You know, when you go into Google Maps and you're trying to show someone, this is where I am, you can send them a ping. That's what this little, I'll hold it close so you can see. That's what that little design is. Okay, so this one here, we're going to do something on that one. What we're going to do now is bring in the amazing dies. Let me show you these dies. You get a set of 10 dies for the tags to go. I was quite intrigued by this one. It has a perforation right here. So I've already cut one of those, and I've already gone ahead and cut one of this one here, which gives you 3 cute little hearts. Love it. We can always use hearts, right? So I'm going to bring in that one. I cut that one with Very Vanilla. So here's my Very Vanilla tag. Bring in my silicone mat, and we're going to stamp on there with Memento ink. So bring in my Memento ink, and the stamp that I'm using is going to be this one, Far Away but Close at Heart. Isn't that a great greeting? I love that. Send that to my dad, my in-laws, my sister, all the people that are far away, but of course they're close at heart, right? So ink that up good with your Memento. And then you can hover over your die cut and you can stamp right on top. Now, if you're not a fan of die cutting first, no big deal. I'm going to send you scrap vanilla because you are going to need the bundle to be able to do this card, right? So you can stamp this on scrap, and then you can put your die right over top and line it up. And then you can go ahead and run that through your machine. Okay, so for the down the bottom, the little perforated one, this section, I'm going to bring in my liquid glue, and I'm going to put 3 dots of glue, trying to keep them equal spaced like that. I don't know if you can see that. Let me hold that up. So I put 3 dots of glue, and then I'm going to first close up my ink pad. We don't need any accidents today. I'm going to grab my take your pick tool, and those hearts that I already cut out, they're just sitting here on my desk. Let me grab those and put them here. We're going to glue those. We're going to tap the putty end onto the heart and pick them up and put them down onto the glue. Now I'm trying to flip them over. There we go. So I can pick them up from the top. So I like to, whenever I'm trying to balance out 3 objects, I like to do the ends and then do the middle so that I can even up the space in the center. All right, so there's my strawberry slush hearts. Isn't that cute? Okay, so I love, you guys know I love Basic Black and Mellow Mambo, but you know what? A close second is Basic Black and Strawberry Slush. So I was looking through my supplies and I'm like, what can I do to embellish this card? So I'm so pleased to announce to you that the good and bad news. The good news is the Black and Very Vanilla gingham ribbon, the large check ribbon. Sorry, it's not called gingham. It's called large check. So this ribbon is regular $11. Right now, it is on the last chance list on sale for $7.70. I already have 4 rolls of this because I love it so much. This is just such a classic design. And you can also color this with your blends too. So if you want it to be a different color, you could color it, right? And we have blends for Strawberry Slush. We have blends for Timid Tiger. All of the in colors, right? So you could totally customize this ribbon. So in your kit from me, you're going to receive a 4-inch, let me just measure that at the bottom here. So 4-inch piece. of this large check ribbon. I'm going to take this and put the ends together. I'm going to squish it with my fingers into a point, and we're going to come through the back of the hole on this tag. So just go, both pieces are going to come through just like that. And we've got this little loop here at the back. So I'm going to reach over the front of the tag and grab the ends, and then gently, and I stress the words gently because you don't want to reef on this too hard because it is cardstock. You don't want to rip your tag. So there's my ends, and then we're going to trim those. So grab your sharpest scissors. I like to keep one pair of snips just for doing this snippy snip. So we're going to snip on the same angle, and there we have our cute little tag using are the dies called the same? Tags to go, okay? The suite is called On the Go, but the stamps and the dies are called tags to go, okay? All right, so we've got that done. Now we're gonna flip it over and we're gonna add liquid glue to the back of the tag, okay? And we're also gonna bring in those 2 strips of paper. I cut these a little bit too long. They are supposed to be in length. I gotta bring back my trimmer again. Let's move my silicone mat off to the side, bring back the trimmer because I am going to bring in my trimmer. This piece here, this black piece that we trimmed off is only, let's see, let's get my ruler. It is only 3 1/4. So those pieces are supposed to be 3 inches. So let's trim them down. Let's trim them down to 3 inches. Remember those pieces I cut? I said earlier in the video, it was 1 4, 1 by 4. It's actually 1 by 3. So little goof on my part. All right, so that's an easy fix. We're just gonna trim them a little bit shorter, 1 by 3. So indeed, you're gonna get enough out of a strip of 12 by 12 paper to get 4 of those, right? Okay, so while I've got my trimmer out, we need a piece for the inside. So I'm going to grab a piece of very vanilla, and we're going to trim that to be 4 by 5 1/4. So you're going to get 4 out of a sheet. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so 4, here we go, 4 by 5 1/4. All right, so there we go. And it's in the trimmer, so slide it back in and do a second one. You'll have one for your other card. You know, whenever you make a card and you're getting 2 out of a sheet, go ahead and cut double pieces because you know you're going to want to make a second one because you're going to give your card away, and then you're not going to have enough, or you're going to have enough to make a second one, and then you're going to be able to always remember the card. I hear that a lot from my club ladies. They're like, oh, I love the cards, and then I give them away and I forget how to do them. So don't let that happen. Cut double for yourself. Okay, so this is going to go on the inside. This piece here is going to sit on the front like that. So we're going to take these 2 pieces of DSP and put some glue on the back. And we're going to line them up. Again, we've got a triple feature here. So we want to do the ends first. So I'm going to put this one right here. And then we're going to put this one on this side. And then in the middle, I have just enough room to bring in that tag that we did, and we're going to put that right in the center. Look at that, pulling all the beautiful colors, the vanilla from the ribbon, the strawberry slush from the DSP, pulling it all together. And this is going to be the front of the card, like such an easy card design. And you can do this card design with any of your DSP that you have at home. Just remember when you put this front panel on to only put your dimensionals on this side. Okay, so you can lay it down, position it, and then flip it over. And we're going to put our dimensionals on there. So I'm using up some of these mini ones. And you know, mini ones can be used for big projects. You can just use more of them. And there we go. So we've got those on there. We're just going to peel off the back and pop this onto the front of the card. And then we'll fix that vanilla piece in just a second. So we're just going to just lay this down. I'm looking top and bottom and side to side, making sure it's square. And there we have it. There's the front of the card. So pretty. I love the bright colors. Okay, so then my very vanilla piece, we're going to put that in here. Now, if you want to stamp something, So mine says far away but close at heart. Let's bring in the stamp set and see. You could say, you know, you're going places. If you have a person in your life that is leaving to go off to university, or they're going away for a job, you know, that could be something like that. You're far away, but I will keep you close at heart. You could stamp this on the inside. You could put today marks an adventure, right? You're going far away, but I want to say go have a great time, and then you could click. You could stamp enjoy. So there are lots of different stamps that you could put together, but I'm actually thinking this one is going to be one for myself, for my own personal use, where I can type, I really want to type. I keep saying type, click, type, where I can write a handwritten message here for someone in my life that is far away, but they are near and dear to my heart. So this is going to be what I do. I'm just going to glue this in, and then I will write my message on here. I'll keep it blank for now until I'm ready to write my message. So there's so many things you can do with Stampin' Up! Products, and you can customize your cards, you know, for what you need, right? Far away, but close at heart. So this one here, this card I'm holding, features like there's a camera and the maps and the globe. And then remember I was saying how if you keep cutting that same piece of DSP, this one sample I have here on my desk has the arrows, right? So, you know, when you cut your DSP to 1-inch strips, you're going to get a different look on every card, right? But I love, love, love the strawberry slush with the basic black, and then the very vanilla, you know, and the checked ribbon, the large checked ribbon. So beautiful, this ribbon. Go grab yourself a roll on your next order before it's gone. It's on the last chance list. You're going to save, you know, over $3. It's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful ribbon. Alrighty. Thanks, Renee. Thank you so much, everyone, for your kind words about my sister, about my videos. I appreciate you all so much. Okay, let me flip you back around. I'm going to wish you a great Tuesday, the rest of your day. I hope you get a chance to do something you enjoy, whether it be make a card, a scrapbook page, a tag, a little treat container, maybe a little gift card holder. There are so many ways that we use our Stampin' Up! Products, and I hope you have fun. And I hope you'll plan to come back and join me again tomorrow morning for my Wednesday card, my card number 3, using the On the Go suite. Take care, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you tomorrow morning. Bye for now.